Yep.
I did want to just get your take on the broader AI picture. I mean, the amount of money that is being committed by OpenAI, for example, is what we've been talking about, to companies, and just the enormity of this capital. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like it in your career, and I'm curious as to how you view it and whether you think that those who use the word bubble are correct in that usage.
Well, there's a bubble in investing, but are we inferring a bubble means a bad thing? But there is certainly a skyrocketing amount of capital that's being put to work. If you put it in a framework of geopolitical positioning, we as a country need these investments if we're going to be the leader in AI technology. So as an American, I'm pretty happy that we're investing this much money. I want us to be first. So let's start there. Does that mean, is there going to be some failures within the confines of these investments? Absolutely. But I do believe we are going to have to invest these huge sums of money. If you think about it, investing in AI does not just mean investing in GPUs and chips. It means investing in HVAC and investing in power grids and power supplies. It means employing a lot of people, too, to build this out. So we are talking $1.5 trillion, we estimate, just on data centers and power and all that. But if you see the rapid need in advance, I could say at BlackRock, the amount of information that we are trying to generate ourselves and the speed in which we want to generate, we're spending more and more on it, and we're getting good results on it. I believe every major company is going to have to be spending more and more on this. I think some of the investments that we've seen so far is not on AI, it's more on cloud and the power of the cloud. So I do believe I don't believe this is a bubble, but I believe this is capital that in most cases is going to be well spent. That being said, will there be one or two failures in that? Absolutely, and that is capitalism. We're going to have some big winners, and we're going to have some big losers, and obviously we have to.
Yeah.
But if you have a diversified portfolio, you're going to be fine and all that.
Yeah.
And if you're a stock picker, you better be picking the right ones. I'm pretty constructive on our big hyperscalers, though, and I do believe the Metas, the Alphabets, the Microsofts are in really good position to be winners. And you're seeing the transformation out of Oracle, what they're doing, and how Larry is trying to transform it. Broadcom, what Hock-Tan is trying to do. I actually am proud of the U.S. footprint in this, and I do believe we're going to need to spend this money to win on a geopolitical basis.
All right, I want to give Jim the last word here. Last question to you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hi, Jim.
Larry, when you've been on, the last couple of times, you talked about public-private partnership, the need to be able to have something bigger to be able to attack the deficit, which continues to grow. Are you seeing that? And is this administration helping that?
Well, this administration is very open to all businesses to talk to them, to try to find ways that we can build our economy. So, there are many conversations going on with this administration. That being said, I mean, you're rightly in noting that the greatest risk we have for the U.S. economy is our deficits. And if we do not grow our economy by 3% a year over the next 10 years, our deficits are going to overwhelm this economy. And we all know it. If we can grow our economy by unlocking private markets, if we can unlock private capital, and we can grow our economy by 3%, I'm not worried about the deficits. That's a big that's a big leap for our economy, our scale, to grow at 3% a year for over 10 years. That's a big issue. And so, we need to be focusing on how do we unlock this capital. We need to focus on how to build this out. This is why I love this AI build-out, why I believe we need to be building out our grids, building all this out. This is the type of stuff that can power a 3% economy. If you look at the second quarter results, 3.8% GDP in the second quarter, 50% of that was CapEx on technology. You know what? But if you compare that to Europe, or other places in the world, we're the only country that has this type of CapEx. That gives me confidence that we're going to win. And when I go around the world and talking about other economies, when I don't see that CapEx happening in their country, I worry about that future.
Well, we have the capital markets to support it, and I guess they don't. Larry, we'll always continue the conversation.
Thanks,
we hope as well, but appreciate your being here today. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Larry Fink, Chairman and CEO of BlackRock.